from running everyone else's vacation. And I know just how to fix it.
Maybe you'll find your own fireworks on the cruise.
It's not the Love Boat, Frank.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
The story of Hotel Transylvania 3 picks up with Count Dracula, enjoying his life at the famous monster resort he created for his friends and family. The hotel has become a haven for creatures of all shapes and sizes, a place where vampires, werewolves, mummies, invisible men, and even Frankenstein's monster can relax away from the human world. Life at the hotel is filled with laughter, quirky mishaps, and the occasional chaos that comes with being home to so many different personalities. Dracula, however, begins to feel a sense of restlessness. Despite the lively energy and the warm bonds he has formed with his monster family, a quiet longing gnaws at him. He realizes that he has not had a real adventure outside the hotel walls in many years, and though he has embraced his role as protector and host, he wonders if there is more to life than the comforts of routine. This longing coincides with the arrival of a grand invitation for a luxurious cruise specifically designed for monsters. The cruise promises adventure, new experiences, and a break from the ordinary life of the hotel. At first, Dracula is hesitant. The idea of leaving his home, even temporarily, feels risky. However, the persuasive and energetic nature of his friends convinces him that a vacation might be just what he needs to rediscover a sense of excitement. He envisions sunlit decks, sparkling ocean waves, and evenings filled with music, dancing, and laughter, a perfect setting for relaxation. So, with his family and closest monster friends in tow, he boards the magnificent ship that glides through open waters. A floating paradise of leisure and extravagance. As the crew sets sail, the monsters explore the ship's lavish amenities. There are pools, dance floors, spas, and endless rooms that cater to the whims of their supernatural tastes. Mavis, Dracula's daughter, is thrilled to see her father trying something new. Enjoying the sight of him stepping out of his comfort zone and embracing the unfamiliar, the monsters bond in new ways. Wayne the werewolf manages to corral his unruly puppies into amusing chaos. Murray the mummy finds hidden dance spots to flaunt his grooves. And Griffin the invisible man enjoys playful mischief, sneaking up on unsuspecting crew members and fellow passengers. Even the humans aboard the cruise remain oblivious to the supernatural guests sharing their vacation, adding to the monster's sense of freedom. Amid the excitement, Dracula can't shake the feeling that something important is about to happen. That this journey may offer him not just relaxation but discovery on board. The monsters are introduced to Captain Erica, the elegant and mysterious human captain of the ship. She exudes confidence and charm, managing the vessel with precision and grace. Dracula finds himself drawn to her, captivated by her charisma and the warmth she shows toward the guests. However, there's something unusual about her, a subtle tension in the way she moves and observes the monsters that Dracula notices but cannot immediately understand. While his friends delight in the cruise activities, Dracula is both fascinated and wary of Erica. He feels a connection growing between them, a spark that neither expected. Yet there is an underlying sense that not everything on the cruise is as harmless as it appears. A tension that begins to hint at challenges lying ahead. As the cruise continues, Dracula's curiosity and romantic interest in Erica deepen. They share moments on the ship's deck, watching the sunset paint the ocean with fiery hues, dancing under the stars, and exchanging stories that reveal a mutual understanding of longing and desire for adventure. Dracula begins to feel rejuvenated, as if this journey has awakened parts of him long dormant. However, unbeknownst to him, Erica is not entirely transparent about her intentions. While she displays kindness and genuine warmth, subtle signs suggest that her presence may have a deeper purpose, one that intertwines with the very existence of Dracula and his family. This duality of attraction and suspicion begins to shape Dracula's experience, adding an element of suspense to what he thought would be a carefree vacation. Meanwhile, the monsters continue to revel in the cruise experience. Mavis enjoys her father's happiness and the chance to explore the ship alongside him. But she is also protective, sensing that the smooth surface of the cruise may hide underlying complexities. Wayne's chaotic energy and his pup's antics create humorous distractions, keeping the atmosphere lively even as tensions subtly build. Murray's theatrical personality finds a stage in the cruise's entertainment areas, leading to spectacular and comedic dance performances that impress both monsters and humans alike. Griffin's invisible pranks continue to create unexpected moments of levity, reminding everyone of the joy of spontaneity. Despite the fun, the audience is subtly made aware that the tranquility is temporary, that a larger conflict is quietly approaching. Dracula and Erica's relationship begins to blossom against this backdrop of adventure. Their interactions are filled with flirtation, humor, and mutual respect, offering a new dimension to Dracula's character. He experiences vulnerability and excitement in ways he has not felt for decades, balancing his role as protector with his own desire for connection. Their conversations reveal shared values and dreams, as well as playful debates that highlight the differences between human and monster perspectives. While the bond grows, hints of an underlying agenda are gradually revealed through Erica's careful words and subtle actions, creating a tension that keeps Dracula and the audience on edge. The turning point of the story emerges when strange occurrences begin to disrupt the cruise. Monsters report missing objects, unexplained shifts in the ship's course, and odd mechanical failures that cannot be easily explained. Dracula's instincts as a protector awaken as he begins to sense that the serenity of the cruise is an illusion. His attention is drawn more closely to Erica, whose behavior occasionally suggests she is monitoring the monsters more closely than necessary. At the same time, smaller incidents of supernatural disruption occur. Ghosts become restless. Mummies find their bandages mysteriously loosened, and the werewolf pups disappear momentarily only to reappear in puzzling locations. These events collectively build an atmosphere of mystery, subtly indicating that the vacation may be a prelude to something more significant and threatening. Eventually, Dracula uncovers the truth about Erica. She is a descendant of the infamous Van Helsing family, a lineage historically opposed to monsters. Her family's legacy involves ensuring that monsters are kept in check, and her initial mission is aligned with that ancestral duty. This revelation shocks Dracula, who realizes that his romantic interest may also be an adversary. The emotional complexity heightens as Dracula must reconcile his feelings for Erica with the knowledge of her hidden agenda. Meanwhile, the other monsters begin to experience more intense disturbances, rooms that seem to change shape, disappearing corridors, and the emergence of unusual creatures aboard the ship. The sense of urgency grows as the monsters recognize that their vacation has become a test of both cunning and survival. As the tension escalates, Dracula decides to confront Erica directly. Their encounter is a mix of emotional intensity, moral debate, and action-driven suspense. Dracula learns of Erica's conflicted loyalties, while her family legacy drives her actions. Her growing affection for Dracula and admiration for the monsters she encounters challenges her original mission. This conflict creates a pivotal moment in the narrative as trust, love, and loyalty collide with centuries-old rivalry and fear. Dracula must navigate the delicate balance of confronting potential threats while protecting his family and friends, testing his leadership and strategic skills to their limits. Meanwhile, the monsters band together in inventive and often humorous ways to overcome the challenges presented by the cruise's increasingly unpredictable environment. Wayne organizes coordinated distractions with his pups. Griffin uses his invisibility to scout and relay information. Murray employs theatrical diversions to confuse adversaries, and the vampire family utilizes unique abilities to fortify the hotel-like sections of the ship converted into safe zones. Through these collective efforts, the narrative emphasizes themes of friendship, teamwork, and resilience, demonstrating that the monster's strength lies not only in individual power but in the unity of their community. The climax unfolds during a high-stakes sequence where Dracula and the monsters must prevent an escalating conflict between humans and monsters on the ship. As supernatural disturbances peak, the crew and human passengers become increasingly alarmed, threatening to compromise the safety of everyone aboard. Dracula, using both intellect and courage, orchestrates a plan that leverages each monster's strengths while also appealing to Erica's internal conflict. The sequence is filled with dynamic action, chase scenes through moving decks, clever use of monster powers to overcome obstacles, and moments of emotional tension where Dracula's relationships are tested under extreme pressure. In a dramatic resolution, Erica chooses to side with Dracula and the monsters, rejecting her family's mission in favor of forging her own path. This decision allows the monsters to restore balance aboard the cruise ship and reconcile the disrupted environments. The resolution emphasizes themes of choice, personal growth, and reconciliation between historically opposed groups.